It's, you know, when those sheriff's helicopters go over your house and the searchlight is in your backyard 3 nights a week, it's time to get out of it.
I wish I could go back in that bubble and be oblivious to politics, to crime, to everything, but you can't. You can't unring the bell, so.
Prepper is a word that's used very loosely. People who are preppers usually don't prefer to be called preppers. They are prepared for instances. The idea for a seasoned prepper is sustainability. Sustainability is your goal. Once you're there, then you are a genuine prepper.
Okay, here we go. Ready? Get a washer. Get you cleaned up. Yep. Cleaned up, I know. We get a couple squirtums. I was a city girl, and when I say city girl, I worked in the corporate world, which means rush, rat race in a big city. And I was just totally oblivious to life. My focus was on when the next sale at Macy's was going to be, at Burdines or Dillard's or any store you want to put in that blank. It wasn't until one sunny day at 4:30 in the afternoon, as I was coming down the ramp of a 6th floor parking garage, busy, people all over the sidewalks, coming and going and trying to fight in traffic. I went through the card swiper fine and pulled out into traffic. Now I had an option of going right or left, and I saw these people running down the sidewalk. And as they got closer, I saw that they were really in a hurry. Well, I had the option of pulling across to the sidewalk or staying and letting them pass in front of me. So just me, nice Nancy, I went ahead and waited so that they could pass in front of me. And what happened next was a shock. I was on the phone with my sister, shame on me, but we were talking about her day. And all of a sudden I heard this tremendous ruckus, is the only thing I can explain or describe it as. Somebody was at my passenger front door and somebody was at the back passenger door with guns. I came home, I talked to my husband. We had been talking about how bad things were getting. We talked about the market crash, as far as the housing. Our house was worth just about almost nothing, and we lived in a very big gated community at the time.
That was really kind of the end of it for us. And when you are essentially living in a prison of your own making, because you drive in from work, you push the garage door opener, you get in the house, get into the garage, and then close it behind you and make sure nobody snuck in behind you. You turn off the alarm so you can go in the house, turn on the alarm when you get there, and you said, this really isn't any way to live.
Something's going to happen. There's no way around it. Prepper involves being ready for that moment. And if you're ready for that moment, survivability goes up astronomically. A beginning prepper will prep for power outages during the winter. Something happens and the heat goes out, things, and they'll start that way. But then they understand being prepared is more involved than having a week's worth of food. So a prepper will usually, the smart ones, will prep for the worst case scenario so that they're prepared for all of the other scenarios that you're covered with that.
Having that preparedness mindset, which is not that doom and gloom and booger man thing, is actually just learning how to be self-sufficient, is learning how to be self-reliant, it's actually using what you have.
Everything has its purpose, and so long as you understand that purpose, it's not overwhelming.
Yeah!
Nice.
Left shoulder to right hip. Good.
We got together with a couple of other speakers and said, you know, we want to produce an event that we would like to attend in an environment where you can try to practice the skills that you learn in terms of bushcraft and starting fires and cooking over a campfire and using a Dutch oven and, you know, that sort of stuff. And so we created Prepper Camp. Every year we try to have new things for people to see and new things for people to learn. And some of it's topical based on what's going on in the world right now and even politically. But we have some basic skills that you need for survival and homesteading that we have every year. And then we also have new classes each year. And we get new classes by some of the same instructors and new classes by totally new instructors.
They always bump it up and ramp it up for the people here so that those who want to come repeatedly year after year aren't hearing the same canned speech.
Every year I look for at least 20 new classes out of the 64 that we teach every single day at Prepper Camp over the 3 days.
My favorite part of the weekend is networking with the people that come in here and associating with like-minded individuals. I'm a Christian. I am a prepper, which everybody is around here. And in those two things, we all have that in common. So I can come in here and talk with folks without worrying about being politically correct.
This is a heater. It's an air conditioner. You can cook with it, boil water with it.
Oh my gosh, yeah. Genius.
That's all you do. Pour a bottle. Now look at that can. I might not have let it get hot.
It's not as hot as it should be.
Alrighty, this is a sun oven. It folds up, it carries like a suitcase. It only weighs 23 pounds. Setting it up takes a matter of seconds. It's got a simple one-piece construction. You open the door, your food goes in here, and then it has a rack inside that will keep your food from spilling if you move it to follow the sun. And it has a leg built into the back that allows you to raise or lower it to meet the sun wherever it is in the horizon. If you put a chicken in a pot and you put it in the sun oven, you'd be able to cook a 3-pound chicken in a preheated sun oven in about an hour and a half, as long as you move it every 30 minutes to follow the sun. Or you could take a frozen chicken, put it in here in the morning, set the oven, say, facing south, leave for the day, come back at supper and have a cooked roast.